Every single night, it's the same dream. Everyone dies.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cosmic Circus Review. My name is Vin. With me, as always, is John.
Hello.
Today, we've got Final Destination Bloodlines. This is, in fact, my first Final Destination movie. And also, in fact, I didn't even want to watch this. I was like, Final Destination, I don't want to watch that. And I was like, it's the sixth movie. I don't want to watch that. And John, kept bullying me to go watch it. And god damn it, I loved it. I love this movie. It's the top of my 2025 list. The top of my, number one on my list. Final Destination Bloodlines. I love this movie.
Ian, you wasted no time just giving away your thoughts.
I love this movie. I'm ecstatic about this movie.
And then I'm going to ask you, and I didn't bully you at all. Did you even watch number one?
No, I haven't seen any of them. Let me tell you, John, I love horror. I love comedies. I love horror comedies. And in my summer camp, we used to make Rube Goldberg machines every year. Do you know what those are? Those are like the little machines. The thing hits the thing, hits the thing, hits the thing, right? We used to make those every summer. Super fun. This movie is a Rube Goldberg horror comedy. And that's all I need in life. I'm ecstatic. I'm over the moon. I gave it 4.5 out of 5.
You really need to watch number one. You really need.
I think I will.
Number one good. Okay, so a little background for me.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the original back in 2000, I think, 2001, around the same. That was also the first time that I think I saw the X-Men trailer.
Oh, wow.
That they showed on that.
Wow, that's ancient history.
We snuck into the rated R film. It was like we were way too young. And my friend's dad bought our tickets, came in there with us, and then he left, and we just watched the film. It was terrific. We were both 13.
Yeah.
Then, when I was younger, this was the first one was formative for me. Very formative because, you have to keep in mind, horror was starting to get a little stale again. It got a little, it popped up in 96.
Yeah.
With Scream rejuvenated the horror genre.
Yeah.
And everything wanted to be on screen. Wanted to be on screen. Final Destination felt original, fresh. It brought a supernatural, new idea to the table. It had good characters. It's got one of the best jump scares of any film that I've ever watched.
Really? The first Final Destination.
First one, dude. The jump scare is so good.
Okay.
I almost died laughing because the jump scare is so good. 2 guys behind us stood up and started applauding.
Perfect.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a pure classic. I think there might be some CGI that might have not have aged over time, but it's just such a wonderful, unique, and clever idea that not knowing how you're going to die at any minute, and and the new one brings some of that back. Where
cool. Okay.
Where every moment you're like, okay, is it going to be this way, or is it going to be that way? Or is it going to they just set up little cues where you think, oh, somebody's going to die like this and this and this. And then it doesn't go the way you think. It just goes completely different. So I love the original. I think it's great. Number two, I'm giving you a little history, wasn't I?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Number 2 was a slight step down. It's not it's not great, it's not terrible, but it's a slight bit it's got one of the best opening disaster scenes ever put on there. Just millennials, if you're a millennial, you cannot drive down the road without thinking about the logs.
Oh I've heard about this.
The truck driver with the logs in his car, dude, if you're a millennial, that's in your head. It is embedded in your head. Even if it just something about it, it just visually sticks with you. One of the best traffic disaster scenes put on film. It's great. It's so good.
Yeah.
Everything else is hit or miss. Borderline turns into Saw, where it's
that's what I was worried about with this franchise in general.
Yeah, it's all about the violence rather than the cleverness of where it's going to go. And going to Bloodlines now, I think this is it's for me. It's around the second or third best.
Okay.
The franchise. It brings back a lot of that familiar flavor of not knowing what you're going to do, like how they're going to die, what's gonna happen,
Mhm.
what transpires. It's got a little bit of the humor in there too. Like it's really funny.
Yeah.
It really
It's
is
so funny. I don't remember the last time I've laughed this much in the theater. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's really funny at times, and the first one's kind of funny too.
Hmm.
And I don't like the character, the main character.
Okay.
That's my biggest downfall of the new one is I didn't care about the main
Hmm.
character. I'm just like they don't really give me much to latch onto with the
Yeah.
main. Kind of like the first one. First one, you got them in Sawa. You got somebody that you care about,
Hmm.
and you got to get to know everyone in the
Hmm.
film before things start going bad.
Hmm.
You don't really get much time to care about anybody before anything happens in this. So that's the only thing that I kind of had a little bit of a gripe about. But that's about it. No.
For me, I don't know. I don't know if I mean, I guess I care enough about them, but mostly I just got thrilled from seeing how is it going to happen? How's it going to happen? How's it going to happen? And that was so much fun. Going from scene to scene to scene and saying, "Oh, is that? Oh," and then it's so funny and it's so bloody and it's so nasty.
Well, see,
Yeah,
that's the way we felt when the first one
the
came
first
out.
one came out. Yeah,
When the
and
first
let me
one
tell
came
you,
out,
John,
yeah.
I had an MRI exam in the morning, and I'm so glad that I had my MRI, and then I went to the movie after. Because if I saw this movie before the MRI, I don't think
Yeah,
I'll ever
look,
look at MRIs again.
look, I'm just gonna say this. This movie is almost a 5-star film for me because somebody gets killed by a vulture. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway. So
I'm telling you,
um,
I love this movie. Before I forget, let me go through the credits real quick. Skip those. Final Destination Bloodlines 2025, directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein, screenplay by Guy Busick and Laurie Evans Taylor. Also story by John Watts from Spider-Man. Guy Busick and Laurie Evans Taylor, starring Kaitlyn Santo, Juana, Tia Briones, Richard Harmon, Owen Patrick Joyner, Anna Laurie, Brec Bassinger, Tony Todd. Besides Tony Todd, do you know any of these people?
the
No.
cast. No,
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
one guy that looks familiar, but I can't really place him.
Yeah.
What I will,
Does that add to the movie that they're all unknowns, or is it
now,
better if there's people that you know?
I don't know. I mean, like the first one had a lot of relatively unknowns
Hmm.
besides Demon Sawa
Hmm.
and the guy from American Pie, Sean William
Long
Scott.
time ago.
Sean
Yeah.
William Scott. He was in it.
Yeah.
But what I will say, like, let me just like break down what the movie is about. Right?
Sure. Go ahead.
So the movie is about a woman named Iris, like that, like has a premonition of all these people dying in a tower, like in a tower
Hmm.
restaurant, kind of like
Hmm.
Reunion Tower here in Dallas, kind of
Hmm.
like. And then things go terrible. Like it's a very like wildly bloody sequence, and then it cuts to the future, and then we
Hmm.
were set up with the legacy of her family.
Hmm.
And the main girl in the film, the Devon Sawa of this film, is the granddaughter of the person that had the premonition from years ago. And
Hmm.
because she's having the premonitions of her grandma, she's having the same premonition of her grandma, things start getting killed. Like the entire family starts getting killed off, pretty
Hmm.
much.
Hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah, and I didn't know anything at all about the premonitions or anything like that. So I was even wondering, how did she survive? How did this happen? What's going on? And that mystery was pretty interesting for me. And then the way it's explained, I thought was very satisfying. I assume some of this stuff is similar from the past movies, but for me, it was all
So,
totally
yeah.
fresh. And I was just blown away by the
So
cleverness.
like the first one, like, and bear in mind, you don't know anything like back
Yeah,
then. Like,
yeah, yeah,
so the movie is called Final Destination, the first one,
yeah,
because airport,
yeah.
your final destination. Like
Right,
that's why it was
right.
called Final Destination. They get on the plane, the kid on the plane has a premonition of everybody dying on the
Okay,
plane, and you see it in excruciating detail. So
okay.
his friends, and they're going on a trip abroad
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
like the school and the class and all that stuff.
Hmm.
And you just see all these kids in the high school like die
Hmm.
on this plane.
Wow.
Well, Devin Sawa freaks out, and five or six of them get off. And the rest of the people on that plane die.
Hmm.
Like his entire like classmates and everyone goes.
Mhm.
It's got a more of emotional, like it's got a more of an emotional hook
Mhm.
because like you're dealing with the grief of everyone that you like knew
Yeah.
gone, and you're just still here.
Wow.
You
That's
know,
that's heavy. Wow.
yeah, and you're still here. And what there's a teacher that
Mhm.
survives too
Okay.
because she gets off the help.
Okay.
And then it starts going through, and then each one of them mysteriously start dying mysteriously. So that's like the way the first one goes. Here's a little more like kind of confusing because like you're seeing premonitions from way long ago,
Mhm.
and now it's just still coming from the entire family
Mhm.
because the entire family should not have lived for all these years.
Mhm. And it's going by like family tree. It's not going by like chronology of which child was born. It's going by
No,
like
yeah.
which branch of the tree was, and then this branch of the tree. And do you like this idea for a Final Destination? Like if they continue doing more sequels with the family trees like this,
It's
or
a great new idea. I
Mhm.
mean, you can only do so many. Like, oh, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing all these people die. We gotta get off the thing.
Mhm.
You know, it's a brand new idea, and it's not a bad idea. My problem with with the approach is that part of the good thing about the premonitions, the
Mhm.
old one is you're spending time with characters before you have the premonition, so you're getting to know
Got it
who they are.
before they die. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're getting to know who they are before the situation is set up. Here, you're getting to know a completely different character who's barely in the film, and
Mhm.
then you get thrown to a new character that you don't know at all.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And then you're supposed to care about them right away.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that disconnect was a little bit sharp at first, but I do feel that they explain everything and everything does have a place and
It
does make
gets
sense.
better. It gets
Yeah.
better. It does get better.
Um.
And honestly, I think the best character of the film is not even her.
Mhm.
I think it's Eric. I think
Yeah.
Eric is
Yeah.
great. I
He's the
love
one with
it.
the piercings, right?
So funny. So
Yeah.
funny.
He was. I thought he was fantastic. He
Yeah.
reminded me a lot of like Roman from Succession. Um. What's his name?
Yeah,
McCulkin.
I know you're talking
Kieran
about it.
McCulkin. Kieran
Yeah.
McCulkin. Um.
Great.
But
Just
but it's just calibrated a little bit differently, so it's still a completely different character. Oh, he was a joy.
it's just something
Yeah.
about his like
The way he cares, but
his
he doesn't care, or he pretends
yeah.
not to care, but he cares. You know? Yeah.
Something about it that I was like, I love this guy.
Yeah. And a character like that, it's so easy to just be annoying. But this movie is never annoying. There's
No,
this movie is so close to being just a slog, but it's just so perfectly timed and calibrated and executed. I think it's a 5 out of 5 for the movie it's trying to be executed perfectly. I think.
the only problem I have with it
Mhm.
is at least with Eric is that he doesn't care and he does everything correct. And so close, and I'm not going to give it away, but there's a
Uh-huh,
part
uh-huh.
of the film where I was just like, why would you stand near that? Why? Why? You know what I'm saying? That was, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm like you know
Oh.
the situation, you know the predicament you're in. Why would you stand near that?
I think that's part of the joy of the movie too, is that sometimes they're just idiots.
Yeah,
Sometimes they're just uh,
but I think that's what frustrated me about it is the fact that Eric seemed to be the smartest one up until that point. So I'm just like,
yeah.
and there's a vending machine moment too. What, Eric?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You
That was
better, Eric.
yeah.
You better. You know the
But I like that
situation.
because it's like they're playing with the audience expectations because they know
Yeah.
that we're like and then it's gonna and then it doesn't.
Yeah,
They're playing with you. Yeah.
but I like it when it's more organic, where it's like even the characters making smart decisions,
Okay.
but the smart decision can still lead to their death. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
they're completely oblivious to the thing that they're doing. Like that did the vending machine thing. I was like, come on, bro, come on. But
Uh,
and that's not a spoiler, guys. It's
no,
not like
no, no.
it's not
None of
like
these were spoilers. Yeah.
yeah, this is not a spoiler. It's just like
Yeah.
it's just choices that you're like, bro, come
Yeah.
on.
God, I love this movie. And then no spoilers again, but the final shot was so funny.
Yeah,
They get to that final shot, and then it cuts to credits, and the whole theater just erupted in laughter.
well, you
My
know
whole
why?
theater was just laughing the whole movie. It was so funny.
Well, you know why though? Because that is paying homage.
Oh, I
That
bet.
final
Okay.
shot, like if you notice, two logs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah,
See,
yeah,
like there is little bits of like morsels
yeah.
of
But
like
like I didn't know any of the Easter eggs. I didn't know any of it, and I still got such a kick out of it.
there's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a lot of little small things where like
Mhm.
somebody almost dies, like they did in number one or number
Okay,
two,
okay, okay.
where you're just like, oh man, look, it's just little callbacks that are there.
That's
You're like,
cool.
oh, you're being homage to this one, you know. It's it's indeed a
Mhm.
fun film. I think you're outside your mind if you think it's the number one movie of the year.
So far,
Like
so
it's
far.
not. I get that it might be your biggest surprise, but the number
because
one,
because like Thunderbolts, Sinners, like they were good, but I wasn't like over the moon. I wasn't like ecstatic with joy the whole
it's
time I was
way
watching it.
better than Sinners. No, no, Sinners is way better than this,
No,
man.
no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
We have the audio. We have the audio. I have the
Sinners
clip.
is way
Rewind the
better
tape.
than this. Sinners is way better than this. I'm
Oh,
sorry. It
I'll
is.
say it's better made. Sure, Sinners is better made, but this just for me it checked every box it was trying to check. It filled me with joy and happiness.
It's very entertaining.
Perfect.
It's a very
Yeah.
entertaining film,
I
and I think
like
well,
for what Nosferatu was last year. I think this could be for me this year, but it's such a totally different tone than Nosferatu too.
I think
I
what
just
I
yeah,
think what you're experiencing is what I experienced way back in like 1999,
Euphoria.
2000. Well, no, it's just that like you had no idea what you were going to get.
Yeah,
You had
yeah,
no idea, and like that's how we felt in back in 2000. Like
sure,
it was a brand new, wholly original idea
yeah,
that just was like groundbreaking
yeah.
and mysterious. Like, dude, it was like written by like the same guy who wrote the X Files. Which
Really?
was
Wow,
yeah. I told you this. I
wow.
told you this, but yeah, it's like written by the same guy who did the X Files, and it's just such a joyful franchise. If you
But,
do get it, and if you
mhm,
do get to watch number
I
one
will.
ever,
I definitely will. Yeah.
there's something really cool about it, right?
Mhm.
The ending of that film, which is spectacular,
Okay.
is spectacular finale. It used to have a very boring and dull finale. It's one of the only times where studio meddling
Hmm.
actually got it right, where it was
Nice.
like, no, you're wrong. It doesn't need to end this way. It needs to end that way.
Uh-huh.
And the studio meddling, bro,
Wow.
it's the only time that a studio understood the assignment
Hmm.
better than the director. Like, it's so good.
Fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
And I just what cheesy B budget like horror series is so good on the sixth movie.
It's not B. It's not B. I'm telling you, this is New Line Cinema. The same people who
All
did
right. Yeah, I
Blade,
think
who
it's
did
50
Blade.
million. You know, it's not like Smile Day. It's 50
No,
million.
no, dude,
But
it was the same people
yeah.
that did Blade, bro. You need to go
Okay.
back. You
Yeah.
need to go back and watch number one. It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. I believe you. I
It's
believe you.
it is one of the top tier franchises. It's
Really?
just I'm
Uh,
telling you, I'm telling
yeah.
you, it's just the only horror franchise that fell apart because of number one, 3D. 3D ruined
Okay.
everything, and number
Yeah.
two, it went the way of Saw after number three.
Oh, okay.
It became about the violence rather than the story
God.
and the
Okay.
characters.
I'm
Yeah.
scared to watch those then, but I'll definitely watch one and two.
Yeah, three's not bad either. Three brought in the original director,
Okay.
brought back the original director, and it's about a roller coaster.
Oh, here's a Mission Impossible. The sixth Mission Impossible is fantastic, right?
Yeah,
I've seen a handful of Mission Impossibles, but the sixth one was the first one that I saw. Also, I saw Fallout. That was my first Mission Impossible.
people are like, "Well, it's a great film. It's a great
Yeah,
film.
it's good.
Oh, it's great. Yeah."
Yeah,
Should we go into spoilers for a minute?
sure. Is there anything else you want to say in spoilers? Spoiler
Uh,
warning! Spoilers! Spoilers!
spoilers, get out now. Get out now. Because I do want to talk about spoilers for a minute.
Okay, sure,
So
sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
then I almost fell out on my wheelchair laughing when Eric ended up being alive.
False alarm! False alarm! It's such a spectacular scene. And he's okay.
Yeah,
I'm like, is this like a dream or what is this?
I was like, perfect,
Mhm,
perfect.
mhm.
I could not stop laughing at the fact that Eric was alive. Like he just like pops back up. He's like, I'm fine. He's just like, he's like, maybe I'm invincible.
Uh-huh.
It's just like,
And then also remember, there's the heart. The heart on his tattoo is just perfectly placed. Oh,
yeah,
brilliant!
yeah,
This movie just full of surprises. Yeah.
the heart and the. I love the detail of the fact that the reason why he's not dying is
Mm-hmm.
because his mom.
And the way that's revealed is so funny.
It's so great. It's so
Oh,
great.
I'm
It's
telling
so
you, man, it's a
good.
good movie. 4 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, his mom cheats on his dad. It's so funny.
The way that's
Um,
revealed. What was his name? Jerry? Jerry?
I love that little detail. I love and for such a great character, God, he went out terribly. Like, the way
Mm-hmm.
he died, I was like,
Oh,
bro,
awful. Yeah. I'll
bro,
never
man.
I'm so glad I had my MRI before and not after. I would be looking at the machine all freaked out.
Yeah, I mean, he went out brutally, and
Oh.
so the part that I'm talking about with the vending machine was the
Mhm.
fact that like he's like, help me with this. I'm like, you know, the guy's gonna die.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want him to help you with the vending machine? Like,
It was such a dumb plan. Just buy another one.
yeah, I'm just like, I didn't understand that part of it. But dude, overall, I
Mhm.
think it's a very good film.
Yeah. Man, it's
Very
been
good
such a
film.
great
So,
week because I saw like Wednesday I finished Andor. Then I watched Rogue One. Then I watched this Final Destination Bloodlines. Then yesterday I just saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre at my
and
theater.
also Bring Her Back,
What a
like the other
Mhm.
day too, Bring Her Back, which is another film that's like
Oh, I
that
haven't seen it. Is it good?
I had. Oh my god, man! Oh my
Really?
god,
Really?
it's
Okay.
crazy. Yeah, so we'll probably inform the public on that pretty soon
Sure,
too.
sure, sure. Okay, I'll see if I can find
Um,
it too.
anyway, but then should we get to our questions?
Let's get to it. So we have a couple questions, but from submitted by Alex S. They say, I have questions about 2 future releases. First, how are you guys feeling about Karate Kid's Legends? I've never been a huge fan of the franchise. The trailer looks amazing. I was super invested, but the first reactions started flooding in. They're all super negative. Any chance the early reviews are wrong on this?
Yeah, and so I think I'm gonna be the one that's a better expert on this question.
Mhm.
I have zero faith in the movie, Alex. Like, I don't have any faith in the film.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't. And the reason why is that I think whoever made the film puts way too much emphasis on how much they believe that we care about Daniel LaRusso.
Mhm,
I don't find Daniel LaRusso a very likable character.
mhm,
I think William Zabka
mhm,
makes the show for me and a lot of people.
mhm.
And
Just look at Cobra Kai, right? Just look at Cobra Kai.
yeah, it makes Cobra Kai having them both in there. I think William Zabka is in it briefly,
Okay.
but the fact that he's not a part of the story, it takes away everything interesting about Cobra Kai.
Hmm.
But that's what makes Cobra Kai interesting.
Hmm.
Is the dynamic between them, the fact
Hmm.
that Johnny is kind of a good guy,
Hmm.
misunderstood, kind of an underdog. And for my money, I think William Zabka
Hmm.
is the one having more fun
Yeah.
in his second resurgence than Ralph Macchio. He just seems like he's embracing it more, embracing the fan base more.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, I
Definitely.
just, I think it's a misunderstanding of the studio about how much we care about Dino LaRusso, and that's my
Hmm.
opinion.
Hmm. How do you feel about the inclusion of Jackie Chan in the reboot?
Jackie Chan's great. I just don't. I don't think it's enough to make it an interesting story. Like
Hmm.
and from what I understand, like Jermaine Lucier, I don't know if you know who that is. Jermaine
Yeah.
Lucier was on a recent podcast,
Hmm.
kind of talking about this, and he sounds very close to the production, and he even he had no faith in the film. So
What was this on the film cast or somewhere else?
it was on the recent the summer movie wager. They kind of talk about their
Yep.
top 10.
Yeah. Okay.
David Chin put Karate Kid Legends, and
Okay.
Jermaine Lucier was like,
Sucker. Yeah.
probably not, bro, probably not.
I
So
think I really like the first Karate Kid. I don't remember if I ever saw the second, and I've seen part of Cobra Kai. So I like Karate Kid, but I never went too deep into it.
I mean, like it just looks like a normal Karate Kid movie, and I don't think anybody cares about another Karate Kid movie like that. Yeah.
I kind of feel like this should almost be for streaming, but streaming is kind of dying away slightly.
A little bit, but
Yeah.
it's like I said. I think they misunderstand the Cobra Kai brand
Yeah.
right now.
Sure,
and,
sure. But the studios will do anything to milk the franchises and
right.
produce content just for the IPs in the library.
It is like I just don't think everybody loves Daniel LaRusso the way that like they think anyone. It's not that Daniel LaRusso is a bad character. It's just,
Yeah.
I just think people like them both. I think LaRusso and Johnny are the headliners now. And
So to be fair, you're focusing a lot on the legacy characters. Wouldn't this movie be about the new kid? Because there's a new kid, right? Isn't he the new? No.
I just don't think that's enough to sell it, man. I don't.
Okay.
You're like, oh no, the kid is getting bullied, and you need the Karate Kid to train him. What does that sound like? Every other Karate Kid movie.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I just don't think it's enough to really bring it over the edge.
And is this in continuity with Cobra Kai, or are these like two alternate timelines?
Like I said, I think William Zabka is in it, but very briefly.
That doesn't answer the question. That could be two alternate timelines. Here's Legends and here's canon.
I think it's connected, but not the way that you would think.
Okay. As long as it doesn't contradict, I hope.
So what's our next question?
Right. So Alex's next question is Ballerina. I love the John Wick franchise and Ana de Armas, so this feels like a match made in heaven. But it feels like there is no hype for this one, even though it's less than a month out. How are you guys feeling in terms of hype levels for Ballerina?
I'm super hyped. I mean, you have to keep in mind it is a month out, and they probably haven't ramped up the marketing yet. Once we get past like Mission Impossible, I think you'll see them going full hard on it. But the thing is,
June 6th? It's coming out June 6th?
That's still a little bit of ways, dude. That's still a little bit of ways.
That's like 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. June 6th?
That's still kind of a little bit of ways, man. We still got Mission Impossible. We still got some other films. Mission Impossible is not even out yet. They're not going to ramp up the marketing for this until after Mission Impossible.
I don't know, man. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I kind of see what Alex is saying, that where is the marketing for this?
Well, it's like I said, it's 3 weeks out. They've had 2 trailers that have been out. We are all aware of the film.
Are regular people aware of the film?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't pay attention. I'm not really paying attention to that. All I know is that I know for a fact if I start talking about it, there's going to be other people going, bro, what's it like? What's it like?
Okay, sure.
John Wick. It's John Wick, guys.
Yeah. Because I just know for Marvel's blockbusters and stuff, that the whole month before release, they go crazy with TV spots and marketing.
You're talking about the difference between Marvel and Lionsgate, though, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
It's a way different brand of marketing. It's also a rated R film, and it's also got a female action lead, which for whatever reason the audiences are not great about going to, which is very stupid because anybody deserves it. Guys, one of the best action films of the past 2 decades is Atomic Blonde, which was directed by one of the people that do John Wick. Nobody went to go watch. So I think there's also kind of an audience problem with this too. So,
I also want to mention, this is written by Shay Haddon, who is 31 years old. The guy's super young. He's done John Wick 3 and 4, Army of the Dead, Army of Thieves, Rebel Moon 2, and Ballerina. So he's like deep in this like John Wick and Zack Snyder universe, and the guy's like 30. So good for him.
John Wick 4 is a masterpiece, so that gives me a little bit of hope. So,
yeah, like this guy's been so prolific just the last couple of years. So
I'm not even going to talk about Rebel Moon. So anyway,
no need. All right. So anyway, thank you guys for watching our Final Destination Bloodlines review, and thanks to Alex for these great Patreon questions. If you enjoyed our discussion, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. What did you think of Final Destination's Bloodlines? What do you think of the Final Destination franchise? Are you excited for more Final Destinations after this? When will the Final Destination be the final one? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Vin. You can find me on Blue Sky, Vin Writes Words.
I'm John, and you can follow me at John Movie Watch on Blue Sky.
And be sure to follow thecosmiccircus.com on Blue Sky and at My Cosmic Circus. You can find more reviews, articles, editorials, and opinions like ones you just watched. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
And special thanks to our Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see even more videos and extended content, please subscribe at the link in the description.
Thank you. I might just get a brief 3-second clip of Eric that might be know who we're talking about. But like, man,
I enjoyed this movie so much.
my favorite character. It was my favorite character of all time.
I dropped you. Okay. Yeah, I seriously might go watch this again. I had so much fun.
Dude, when that bro popped back up alive, I was like, what?
I'm dropping you again. Yeah.
I'm
so excited to go back and watch the first one and to watch some of these others.
Dude, the first one is so good. You really gotta watch it, man.
Is it also funny? Or is it just...
It's kind of humorous, it's a little more serious, but it's such a good film, man.
Okay. Because I loved how funny this was.
The second one, like Bloodlines and number 2, they're more in line, like as far as the comedy goes, because the depths are so over the top that it's more funny in number 2. Number one's got the balance of the serious.
Right.
And honestly, dude, the airplane. Oh my gosh, man! It's one of the most. So I gotta tell you this, Ben. Before we get off, the way they crafted the airplane sequence. So when they get off the airplane, right? They get off the airplane and they're in the airport and they're fighting about the fact that they've been pulled off.
Okay.
You see in the background the plane explode, and it takes like 1, 2, 3. And then the glass breaks.
Oh, great!
It's so effective. Like it gave me like goosebumps in the theater. Just to see you see it in the background explode. What, you can't hear it. You just see it in the background, and then all of a sudden they look over. One, two, boom! The glass. It's
I can imagine. This sounds amazing. This sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a good film.
Growing up, like, we didn't watch a lot of horror movies because my mom just didn't like horror. So now I'm like diving into all of these properly for the first time. Gosh, I can't wait.
This is one of my favorite franchises to watch. Like, and it's just so clever the way they did it. And
Rube Goldberg Death Machines. Wow, perfect, amazing.
Yeah. Anyway,
great. Yeah.
Take care.
See you, John. This was fun. Bye.